the live thingy. And then as soon as it's up, I will let you know.
Cool.
So where are you from?
So born and raised Panama City Beach, Florida, and then I lived in Mariana for about 10 years after,
Okay.
and then I've been in Tallahassee since 2009.
So you've been in Tallahassee for a while now.
I've been a Florida Panhandle kid all my life.
Do you like living in Tallahassee? I mean, I went to Florida State, but
Oh, sweet, you did, cool. Yeah, no,
yeah.
I mean, I have no complaints about it. Tallahassee's home to me. It's provided me with a lot of opportunities on the personal and professional level. So, I mean, I can always say, man, I would love to live in a big city, but I mean, at the end of the day, I come back to Tallahassee. It's my home, so I'm
Right.
happy.
Absolutely. Perfect. Well, okay. I think we are live now on Facebook. So perfect. So happy you're here with us. Of course, again, like I was saying tonight, but why don't you go ahead, first of all, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Definitely. Hello, world. Hello, who we play for, and hello to all the followers of who we play for. My name is Chirag Shah. I am the founder and CEO of the Current Agency. Current is innovation. Current is out of the box, but most importantly, Current's a family. We're a family of innovators, collaborators, and storytellers, powering up our communities and our clients through our services of digital and creative marketing from our offices in Tallahassee, Florida, and Savannah, Georgia.
Wow, very cool. So that's a lot of technical words. So what is it that you guys exactly do? I mean, or do you work with different companies? I mean, or obviously you work with us. So why don't you kind of use us to show what you guys do?
So what we do at Current for our clients to help them grow through times like COVID is utilizing our digital and creative services. Currently, we offer 15 different services from branding to graphic design to social media to website development. So we utilize all those different services, maybe on a project base or utilizing all our services to help our clients achieve their goals.
Very cool. So you guys are, like I was struggling to get this to go live on Facebook. You knew what I was doing the whole time and you could have told me.
Just a little bit.
So tell me, how did you get involved with Who We Play For? I mean, how did you meet up with the crew and stuff like that?
Yeah. So so the world is a very interesting place. It definitely puts you in the most random moments that creates the most beautiful things, everlasting things. So that's kind of like the story with me and Evan. So for most of everybody watching, they know that me and Evan met during our time at Florida State. But the thing with me and Evan was completely opposite. It's something like that should never happen in like what you would see on TV would never happen. Evan, as most of you guys know, very involved with Greek life. I, on the opposite, was very non-Greek. So obviously those paths would never meet. So, but thankfully, Evan and I were super involved with Relay for Life, and we served on the board for 2 years. And it was just as soon as we met and started working on Relay for Life at FSU, we just knew that our friendship would be so much more past the time we graduated. So we served on the board for 2 years. We did some really magical things there. He introduced me to all his different opportunities and what he was involved with. And then at that time, I noticed Evan was getting Who We Play For started on campus of FSU through the entrepreneurship program. And so that's kind of where I initially was introduced to Who We Play For. And then I graduated shortly after in 2012. Evan graduated in 2013. So we kind of when we graduated, we kind of separated, but we still kind of stayed in touch. But then it was just a random moment, random Facebook message pretty much. And Evan reached out to me. He's like, hey, I see that you're starting up a marketing firm. Congratulations. If there's ever an opportunity for us to work together with Who We Play For, let me know. And I was like, yeah, definitely, in a heartbeat. So basically, Evan came to us to our agency because one of the website that they had at the time was unfortunately hacked. And so with what they were trying to do and achieve for the future, they needed a website that could avoid getting hacked by anybody outside and then keep growing the organization. And so that's how we kind of got introduced to who we play for, how we started working with just one thing, a website that didn't get hacked. And from there, that's resulted into doing social media, graphic design, SEO, video, and so much more. Who we play for has been our first client since the beginning and has always been with us, which is always the most meaningful thing. I mean, to have a client that's been with you since day one, you can't like that's. I mean, that just takes an extra space in my heart. And I mean, they're family, and that's kind of how we treat our clients. Is we're one big family working together to help each other grow.
Absolutely. That's perfect. So, I know my Zoom says I'm Evan. I'm also, by the way, not Evan, but I know the story, with Evan. I was there for a lot of it, just getting who we play for
Yeah.
going. Um, but just being an entrepreneur in general is obviously, I truly think, one of the hardest things on earth. Talk a little bit about the current agency. How did you, I mean, how we were your first client, but how
Yeah.
did you get it started? How did you get it going?
So it was. I came out of as soon as I was getting ready to graduate out of Florida State, I was like, okay, I am done with Florida. I want to live in a big city, live in the Chicagos, the Californias, the New Yorks of the world. But I knew living in a big city like that is expensive. And that's one thing that I kind of told myself is like, whenever I move away from my parents, I need to learn how to hustle. I need to learn how to be humble. And I also need to learn how to be hungry. Uh, Humble in the sense of to give back when I made it in life, financially, professionally. Uh, Hustle in the sense of like always strive to learn, and hungry in the sense of supporting others, specifically my employees. So taking those three H's, I wanted to find my own path in life. I didn't want my parents or my family to create something for me, take care of it, and that's it. I wanted to work for my legacy, basically.
Yeah.
And so my family business is the hotel industry. So I could have took over my family business right after I graduated, made millions of dollars, and never had to work a day in my life. But that was something that I did not wanted to do, just because
Wow. Didn't want the money.
I was
Yeah.
because my parents are like my true inspiration, motivation every day. They
Yeah.
came from India with a middle school education, $30 in their pockets, and could barely speak any English, let alone how to use a computer. So because of them, I was blessed to get a degree from Florida State, to be able to learn various things, including technology, and I can speak English, learn how to know how to speak
Yeah.
English. So if I was blessed with those opportunities, why can't I do more with my life? So that basically cultivated into me trying to find a job first, but that didn't eventually work out. So then I was like, let me take a risk, start my own thing. I don't know where to even begin, but because of all the mentors that I had at the time, and I still do, they gave me a lot of great advice to things to look out for, which ultimately led to me starting current agency on March 18, 2014. Surprisingly, we are coming up on 7 years in business, and
Wow.
I'm just super thankful to not only have something that is official, like it's working, but also that I can support my employees, because at the end of the day, nothing is possible without them, especially, and everybody knows Savannah Swindle, who's our creator director, the heart and soul of the company, shout out. Uh, and that's really, it really comes down to like, the way I look at it from an employer's perspective, as a founder perspective, it's more like, if my family, my employees, my team, if they're happy, they're going to do great work for our clients. The clients are going to be happy because they're getting work done on time and they're getting the results that they want for their business. And that ultimately grows our community. So if my employees are happy, if my clients are happy, if my community's happy, then it'll eventually come back to me one day. So that's how I take it.
That is so good. Well, congratulations on
Thank
coming
you.
up on your anniversary. That's awesome.
Appreciate
I guess one of my last questions for you, I mean, what, working with who we play for, as a nonprofit, it's a struggle to really get people to listen always and,
Yeah.
pay attention, especially on social media, the web, stuff like that. What are maybe some of your goals that you would have for Who We Play For going forward?
So, I mean, before I get into the goals, I just want to say working with Who We Play For is such a rewarding experience.
Oh,
I mean, people always ask, if we hire you, what kind of ROI can I expect? And I mean, I can say that I'm going to get you more followers, I'm going to get you more traffic to your website. But I think with Who We Play For is just so much more, and that's what it makes the work that we do so much more rewarding. Because I mean, because of a website, you're getting more traffic to the website. Because of the traffic, we're getting more donors. Because of more donors, we're getting more screens. We can offer more screenings to students throughout the state of Florida and throughout the United States. And because of those screenings, we're saving lives. I mean, you can't ask for a better ROI than saving lives. So because of Ray, his family, and all the students that we screen throughout the United States, I mean, we do it for them. One thing that I love to share is it was at a December to Remember event a few years ago back in Cocoa Beach, and there was a surfboard that obviously was raffled off. And
yeah.
Evan's dad kept raising the bid. But I told Evan's dad, I'm gonna get it. But it was a surfboard that's currently hanging on the front door in our office, and we kind of let that serve as our motivation and inspiration every day. That
Cool.
the work that we do, not just for who we play for, but anybody, like nonprofit specific, we're doing it to make a difference, not to get a paycheck. The difference, making that difference, saving lives is why I went into business with Evan, and what I strive to do, continue to do, but on a global reach, hopefully one day with Who We Play For. I mean, obviously the goal is we want thousands of people to come to the website. We want people to donate more. We want to screen more students, more colleges all over the world. So ultimately, I just want Who We Play For to not just be Florida, not just to be United States, but a global organization helping student athletes from all over.
Okay, perfect. Before I ask my last question, I want to help you out a little bit. If people want to get a hold of you,
Yeah.
reach you, use the current agency, how should they reach out to you?
Yeah. So obviously, we wouldn't be a digital agency without not being on social media. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat, you name it, we're probably on it.
You're on it?
Yeah.
Are
There's
you
not
on TikTok?
We're working on it. So our handle is Current Agency, all
Okay.
one word. But if you want to go to our website, you can go to www.current.agency.
Okay, perfect. Well, we'll also put that in the post here when we get done with this. Now, our last question that I always ask people on here, obviously the name of the organization is Who We Play For, and because everybody has a rhyme or a reason behind why they get up in the morning, why they're doing what they're doing, the good fight. So I want to ask you, who do you play for? Who do you get up and, fight for every day?
So I play for my team back at Current. People will always reach out to me because I'm the CEO of the company, the owner of the company, for talks like this. But truthfully, I'm just the face. But truly, the heart and soul of this, of why I'm here talking to you today, and why I'm so successful, is because of people like Savannah Swindle. She is truly a remarkable person. She doesn't like to be doing things like this, but I definitely like to, when I get the opportunity to talk in front of people or on Zoom calls like this, I will always mention my employees because they truly make Current what it is today. And that is a successful agency helping people and businesses throughout the United States.
Okay, perfect. Well, like I said, I'll put all the links on this post and stuff so that, when we're done, we can all share it and
Of course.
maybe get you some more traction and stuff. But, thank you so much again for doing this.
Thank you for the opportunity. And thank you for everything you do for Who We Play For as well. That means a lot.